The president of New Haven's police union and the union's attorney spent the morning at Troop F in Westbrook as 5 Elm City officers turned themselves into police. Sergeant Betsy Segui and Officer Oscar Diaz, Ronald Presley, Jocelyn Lavandiere, and Luis Rivera are each charged with 2 misdemeanors, reckless endangerment in the 2nd degree and cruelty to persons in connection to the incident that left Randy Cox paralyzed from the neck down.
I know that the state's attorney spent a lot of time reviewing the information provided to him and made the decision based on what he felt the most appropriate charges were. I'm just glad to see the process moving forward.
Back in June, New Haven police arrested Cox and put him in the back of a police transport van. But en route to the police station, the driver suddenly slammed his brakes to avoid an accident, with Cox flying headfirst into the back of the van. The 36-year-old immediately called out for help, saying he couldn't move. But once back at the lockup, officers pulled him out of the van by his feet, put him in a wheelchair, processed him, and then dragged him into a holding cell. In reviewing the video, including the officer-worn body cameras, along with interviewing Cox, the state police determined the 5 officers engaged in reckless conduct when Cox was left immobile and deprived of proper physical care. This afternoon, New Haven's mayor and police chief addressed the news of the arrests.
It's hard to see officers charged, but it's also part of what we've been talking about since the beginning. We need to be transparent and accountable, period. And that's what is going on today.
In a statement, the president of the New Haven Police Union tells Eyewitness News the whole case is a tragedy for everyone involved, but adds guilt, innocence, liability, or culpability will be determined later. For now, due process and the protections it provides must be honored so that this case is handled in the most prudent, proper, and professional manner possible. As for Randy Cox, his legal team says they're pleased there are finally charges as they move forward with their $100 million lawsuit against the city and the officers.
What's happened here today is never going to change the fact that Randy Cox is paralyzed from the neck down, and that his life since June 19th, since Juneteenth of 2022 has been irreparably altered. And this is the rest of his life and what he's faced with.